month of September, I'm publishing my LinkedIn newsletter a little bit later because there are several monthly and weekly observances during September that are connected to art, and they coincide with weekly and monthly observances in October, which are also connected to art. September is National Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and it is also National Classical Music Month. And October 6 to 12 has been designated by NAMI, the National Alliance for Mentally Ill, as National Mental Illness Awareness Week. And October 10th is World Mental Health Day, and October is National Emotional Wellness Month. And we know that art in its various forms, such as dance, painting, and music, are very valuable in the prevention and treatment of different mental health disorders. And in this LinkedIn newsletter, I will give examples of art that I practice because I think that personal example is important, and because since I practice them, I can talk more about them. I have personal experience. And besides giving examples, I will provide some books that might be useful on the topic for you to read, to hopefully motivate you to include more art. And also, I will express some ideas why art is so valuable for the prevention and treatment of dementia and other mental health disorders. And so, first, to start that, art is essential non-pharmacological means of management of dementia and other mental illnesses. It reduces stress, promotes happiness, offers a channel of emotional expression, and motivates emotions, alleviates depression, anxiety. It stimulates neural and body systems which are affected by dementia. Art is very individual, and so this has to be taken into account when practicing various forms of art, either for enjoyment or for art therapy. In all forms of art, such as music, mandalas, and ballet and dance, which are valuable for the management of dementia and other mental health disorders, have in common that they are a form of meditation, and they stimulate stillness of thought, focusing on the present moment in a sense of calmness, while allowing the expression of emotions. And so when I dance ballet or when I draw mandala, it's a form of meditation. And sometimes for some people like myself, it is more difficult to just meditate and stand still. And this is another form which is also valuable to be in the present moment. And to manage stress, and to instill a sense of calm. essential for health and so therapeutic. According to modern physics, all matter can be considered as a vibration, and the fundamental building blocks of all matter, the atoms, are constantly moving and vibrating at various frequencies. And so this vibration influences our lives and thoughts and feelings. And therefore, art represents the very nature of the cosmos. And I would recommend a very nice documentary, Inner Worlds, Outer Worlds, which puts forth this idea that many philosophers and scientists have expressed, that intrinsic to the cosmos is energy and vibration. And only when the world is dancing it exists, and otherwise it just collapses into nothingness. And from this documentary, another idea is expressed, that in the Hindu tradition, the Shiva Nataraja, or the Lord of the Dance, represents the idea that dance is important. The whole world is dancing to the drum of Shiva. And amazingly, Shiva is dancing within a mandala, which represents life and different aspects of life. And so I think this is an amazing idea why dance is so important in treating of many health conditions such as cognitive impairment, anxiety, depression, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, and autism. And there are recent clinical trials which show the benefits of dance in children and in adults. Of course, now we have more sophisticated tools and rating scales and can further understand this idea. But it is also possible that we can't understand everything, and this is just the inherent nature of things, and if it is therapeutic, we can dance even if we don't understand entirely why it is therapeutic. The mechanisms might be complex. I noted a few points while dance and dance movement therapy are beneficial for people with dementia. And so some of them are reduced stress, better sleep, and therefore more stable blood sugar levels, because we know that lack of sleep leads to hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia, poor sugar control, and which can contribute to dementia. Another benefit of dance is better blood and lymphatic circulation, reduced blood cholesterol levels, and prevention of the formation of cholesterol plaques, which are risk factors for dementia. Also, dance helps in weight control, and we know that obesity is a risk factor for dementia. Dance can stimulate better balance, better proprioception, and coordination. When danced in groups and classes, it increases social interaction. Dance can help people with dementia form relationships and connect to others. Also, studies have shown using MRI and EEG that Dance enhances synaptic plasticity and increases the volume of the hippocampus, which is involved in learning and memory. And it helps the formation of new neural connections. Dance, as I mentioned, improves mood and affect, and overall it improves the quality of life of healthy people and people with dementia and other mental illness. And dance increases self-awareness and self-expression of people with dementia and their caregivers. And so these are all very good reasons to dance more, which is enjoyable. Another therapeutic factor beneficial for mental health in dance is the music. A lot is known why music is good for people, and I will not discuss it now, but it is also inherent part of the cosmos, and I'm going to include links to two very interesting books: How to Connect to People with Dementia Through Music, and another book on music in dementia and how it can be used for cognitive therapy. And my dad told me it is not good to think too much, and I agree. And this is what I learned from this documentary, Inner World, Outer World. That thinking in specialized science sometimes lead people to miss the big picture. And this is the valuable role of art. That you express emotions, you are in the moment, you connect to the whole universe by doing something inherent to the universe: dance and music and creating art. And I would like to say that dementia has many etiologies, but two important ones are stress, and that when people get older, they don't participate so much in life. And so they feel less useful for society. And through practicing art, people with dementia can reduce their stress levels, and they also can feel like they're doing something useful. And I will provide links to some of our mandalas for the fundraiser Mandala Music, which we have been doing for 7 years. For the longest day, sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association, to honor our loved ones, my dad and Lloyd's mom, who have been affected by Alzheimer's, to draw mandalas while listening to classical music. Both are very therapeutic in Alzheimer's disease and dementia. And as a conclusion, I would like to read a quote by Monet about art. Everyone discusses my art and pretends to understand, as if it were necessary to understand, when it is simply necessary to love. And so, I think it would be great during September and October if people include more art in their life for prevention and treatment of dementia and other mental health disorders.